Okay, hey guys, it's me, Low Down Dirty Shane, and today I'm going to do a very quick kind of like overview of my new stream setup because a lot of my friends have asked me, like, hey, you play on Xbox, which is over here. How are you streaming? Like, what is your setup, right? So, especially because I have this thing here called the Rodecaster Pro 2. So, setup, let's start with the Xbox. So the Xbox sits over here. And as you can see, I have like a headset over there just in case I ever need to not like use this setup. But I also have mic here, boomed out on my old desk. Please pardon the mess and everything. I have a Falconized light here, a Falconized light here. I have a Sony a7 III up here with an adapted Canon 50mm lens. That's the 1.8. And down here, like I said, we got the Rodecaster Pro 2 for the audio. And then we have the AverMedia capture card here. I got my controller here, got my iPad here with some buttons. And then, like I said, I stream on a Mac. So, I don't have a PC. It is what it is. Then we got OBS here. So I'll just do a real quick run through. My cord management is absolutely horrible. Don't judge your boy. But so from the Xbox, of course, we have the HDMI cable running all the way behind the desk and through all that junk into the input of the AverMedia here. And then we have the output of the AverMedia HDMI going to my monitor. And then this cord here, which also doubles as power, goes to the Mac. So this is actually sending a signal from here to the Mac as well, which is, necessary for getting the video signal, as well as the audio signal now that I've switched up my setup here. So, once we have the HDMIs going into here, we have two things happening here. So normally on the AverMedia, you have two 3.5mm jacks. This one here is supposed to go to the remote, to the controller, so that normally if I were to say plug up this Xbox headset into this second jack here, I'd be able to communicate with Xbox parties, and then, like the Xbox parties would come through on stream. However, because I'm using the Rodecaster, what I've done is I found a 3.5mm split. So this one here is like your regular 3.5mm, and then that splits. Unfortunately, I had to buy like a really long one, but this splits into a left and a right channel. So the cool thing with the Rodecaster Pro 2 is that you can make what they call stereo pairs. So if you see right here where it says 2 and 3, that's basically inputs 2 and 3 as a stereo pair. So now they get controlled as a singular fader. But also what that allows is that now I have stereo, like I have actual game sound in my headset. And speaking of headset or headphones, my monitoring headphones, these are the Shure headsets that's plugged in back here. That's that right there. And then also I have, so let's just go through the components. So I have the microphone XLR cable here. Like I said, my left and right for my game. I have my headphone monitor, my Shure's. And then I have both of my USB-Cs running to my Mac for input and output. And I'll go over why I have that there in just a moment. And then this right here is just a USB-C for power. So let's dive a little bit more into the Rodecaster Pro settings and how I have this set up. So fader 1 is my microphone here. I have a Rode Pod mic here. Like I said, fader 2 is for the Xbox. It's the game there. That's why it's green. Fader 3 is my USB 1 chat, which is for Discord, my Discord chat. So anytime that I'm playing with anyone, I would rather them use Discord rather than Xbox chat, just because I have this whole setup here. Also a USB 1, that is desktop audio. So if I ever wanted to have desktop audio, I could do that. So if I wanted to play music, what have you, or like share a YouTube video, I can do that as well. And then also the Rodecaster Pro 2 has Bluetooth built in, so I can do that as well. This one right here is red for sounds. And then I also have a virtual channel for USB 2, which I currently don't have anything output to it. Now I am running the latest beta firmware, which as of today is 1.0.7. But if I go into my settings, as of 1.0.5, they have allowed for audio routing. So if I go here up to routing. Let me just back up real quick. Let me go back to where I was. So I hit this little setting button here. I go to outputs, and then I go to routing. So here's my routing setup for all of them. Each of them are custom for me. So my main USB 1, I have just my mic and my sounds. So that way that anytime I press a button and I play a sound or I do a voice effect, it goes through USB 1. And then on USB 2, it is just chat. And then USB 2, not USB 2, but USB 1 chat, it's just the chat. Like I don't have anything else going to it as an output. And then USB 2 as an output is either Bluetooth or my desktop audio. Okay. And then what else? Bluetooth is literally just Bluetooth and sounds. So that's, just in case, like if I ever wanted to like do a podcast or something like that and have someone call in, I could do that, but I don't see myself doing that with this stream setup currently. And those are my custom routes. Now, again, because like I said, I have this cord here also running to my controller. It does, trust me. What that does is it kind of gives me a fourth output channel, so that way I can actually have game sound be its own thing, its own input. I have my chat be its own input onto OBS, and then I have my Bluetooth or my desktop as its own input onto OBS. And the reason that I need that is because, let's say, just in case I want to keep everything separate on my stream, I have that ability. Now, the only downside to this that I haven't done yet, and I'm pretty sure I can set it up, is to where I can get a MIDI plugin for OBS. And that way, whenever I move this fader, it actually coincides with the fader on OBS. So I want to be able to change the game sound here. Currently, what it would only do is this changes the sound that is in my headset, but it doesn't change the sound that's on the stream. So I'm not getting a 100% full mix of what my output to stream is. If I want to change the game sound here, I would have to change it digitally here and here. So that's that setup. So let's say if I were on main gaming and I have my volume faders are here. I have Bluetooth desktop sound here. I have chat sound here. I keep those all the way up because I can control them from my controller down here, the Rodecaster. Game volume I kind of have around halfway, just so that like it's never overpowering me. Mic I can always change myself, and then like of course my varying different sounds. And another reason why I would definitely really want to use the Rodecaster audio setup rather than just going like directly into say the AverMedia and just bypassing this altogether. One, you get an XLR mic. Two, all of these sounds I get to use. All of these pages of pads. I think currently I have like 6. Yeah, I'm making my way. So I have a number of different sounds, a number of different voice effects that I can use through my stream to make it super fun and super enjoyable. Also, like I said, another thing that I'm going to be trying to do is like when you set up these pads, let's just go through, like if I were to hit this empty one here, I have the ability to, one, make a sound effect, do a voice effect. I can, like have a mixer type of deal, like if I wanted to like give myself a sensor button or what have you, or I can use a trigger using MIDI inputs. And like I said, I haven't set that up yet, but what that would allow me to do is now I could probably like trigger scenes and other sources by using these pads, as opposed to what I'm doing now, which is currently I'm using my iPad as what they call a touch portal. So anytime that I hit a button here, like say if I hit the UN, that plays on the iPad and this, that, and, not on the iPad, but like on stream. And it does, a myriad of things. So Touch Portal is actually a really, really good tool. If you haven't, like if you don't have a Stream Deck or something like that, and you have like an extra device or a tablet or something like that laying around, definitely look into Touch Portal. I really, really like it. I'd definitely vouch for it. Because not only do you like have the ability to set up custom buttons and such, but you can also set up your own events. So, like if something happens that gets triggered by stream, you can do that here as well. Like, you know, you can set it to your channel points and such. So it's really good. And then like another real good reason why I like using this, say over like a bot from Stream Elements, is because when Stream Elements does something, let's say, you know, like you want to use your own emotes. Well, if you don't keep Stream Elements subbed to your channel, then, you know, that doesn't really happen. But if I were to do something from Touch Portal, it actually automates as myself. So as the streamer itself. So it's, you know, just one less thing. Like, see here, I hit the button for you win, and, you know, like my emotes popped up because I don't have to sub to my own channel. Kind of saves you some dollars there. It is free, but, you know, like, of course you can unlock a pro version. I forget how much it is, but I think it was like $10, but it's so worth it to get the Touch Portal. But that's my overview. So again, real quick, HDMI goes into the AverMedia. HDMI out from the AverMedia goes to your monitor. USB goes into the computer and what you're going to stream to. If you're streaming from a Mac like myself, you have this cord here going to your controller. This cord here goes to your interface. And remember, you need a 3x5 millimeter jack split to a left and right channel, and then you'll make this a stereo pair. And then from there, as long as your routing tables are mirroring mine or close to it, you should be good to go. And I'll run through those again real quick. So USB 1 is just your mic and your sounds. USB 2 is your chat. And I mean, USB chat is your chat. Sorry. And then USB 2 is your desktop audio and your Bluetooth. And that's the gist of it. And then let's see, like I said, I use Discord. So if I go into Discord, you go into your video settings. You know, you want your input to be the main, which is basically your USB 1, and then you want it to output to chat. And that way you have the ability to, 1, speak to your chat, but 2, your chat can be heard, but also you can mute your chat, and then you can continue to talk to people, talk to your stream while your chat's muted. So that's very, very important. All right. That's about it that I had to say. I hope that you guys gained some information and some knowledge from this video. If you did, please leave a comment. A like would be lovely. And if you have any questions, please hit me up. Ask away. I am more than happy to help out with this. Bye.